You are now listening to Sembang Panas Podcast.
Yo, what is up people? Selamat datang ke lagi satu episod Sembang Panas. Sebelum kita mulakan podcast kita kali ini, jangan lupa podcast kita dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh teman-teman kami daripada AceRealtorsSg. Untuk masyarakat, demi masyarakat.
Jangan lupa untuk follow rakan-rakan kami di Instagram and TikTok at AceRealtorsSg.
Jadi kalau korang nak beli rumah ke jual rumah ke, tak payah pening-pening kepala, korang boleh saja hubungi ejen-ejen yang bertauliah di talian 88779923. 88779923.
Dan sebelum kita mulakan kita punya podcast kali ni, we know this podcast is still uploaded on August, tapi do save your date because on September 6, 7, 8 AceRealtors akan berada di Twilight Fest yang akan berlangsung dekat Suntec Convention Center. So kita might be there. So kalau sekiranya korang segan nak approach diorang sendiri, jangan risau, muka-muka kita akan ada dekat sana lah. Then nanti bolehlah korang datang jumpa kita. Jadi kita boleh direct you to the most suitable agent. Kira kita dah pilih bulu tau.
Tapi
nanti
kalau diorang nak kau yang consult diorang,
Duduk semeja.
Aku charge mahal sikit. Aku punya agent fee dalam 15%. Kita akan jumpa korang sebentar saja nanti. Let's go.
Podcast cakap betul, tak ada sorok-sorok. Ini podcast cakap betul, tak ada sorok-sorok. Ini podcast cakap betul, tak ada sorok-sorok. Ini podcast cakap betul, tak ada sorok-sorok. Siapa-siapa boleh go, semua kita undang. Siapa berani masuk, jangan sebat temberang. Al-Kisah bikin panas macam goreng pisang, itu sudah terang. Panggil semua geng yang minat turun, jom masuk gelanggang. Jom masuk studio, dah berapa banyak idol, kita kasih sampai viral. Al-Kisah dapat title, ini Sembang Panas. It's not for the weak, ini Sembang Panas. Real love on the mix, boom. Sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang, sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang, sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang, sembang panas, 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 panas.
Yo, what is up people? Nama saya Aidi Isyam.
Anazia.
Zabaliza.
Dan hari ni kita ada special guest in the house.
Yo.
Bukan kaleng-kaleng dan bukan orang baru dalam kita punya team.
Ya, man.
Especially
ada
dalam
yang cakap suara dia macam Syahraman.
Syahraman. Try dekat
Bukan
sikit.
aku lah.
Cuba perkenalkan nama.
Nama saya Syafiq Dini dari Ingat Pegas Podcast.
Welcome.
Alright guys, so hari ni since Saiful sakit, jadi kita ada stand in lah. Kita ada stand in, mungkin jadi permanent. Saiful pula ngerti pakai.
Swap
There's a swap lah ni. Okay guys, so by the way, just a little bit of correction. Tadi idea ada mention yang is going to be at on
Twilight.
Select Fest. On
No,
Twilight.
Twilight.
But it's actually Select Fest. Maafkan saya. Saya
Maafkan
manusia
kami.
bahasa saja.
Bahasa tu
Biasa saja. Dah trip masa.
Kau memang
Okay guys, hari ni punya topic is going to be a bit different. Kita akan go a little bit more serious lah. Tapi sebelum kita start being serious, aku rasa kita belum debrief pasal National Day. How was korang punya National Day guys?
National Day. Apa sah kau buat? Aku tak ingat sah.
What did you do on National
Kat
Day?
studio kot. Berapa beli?
Working.
Berapa beli lah. I can't remember sah.
So you were like our super agents lah. Diorang kerja National Day, you pun kerja National Day.
No, I uploaded podcast.
Work ada kan?
Sedih saya cerita.
Tak sedih. Like, it's work lah, but it's a good work. It's macam bukan yang apa ni, full on work.
Yeah.
Aku tak tahu apa kau buat. Trip lah guys.
Liz baru telan ubat guys, jadi faham-faham
Dia
ya.
kalau hire.
Vic, kau pula kau buat apa, Vic?
Aku tengok National Day Parade lah.
Oh, kau
Tapi
pergi?
kat rumah.
Kat TV.
Betul lah.
Takkan. Aku malas lah. Habis hujan lagi. No.
Yeah, it was raining, right?
TV.
Damn. But it was such a wholesome thing to see. Yang you know where dorang capture different
Couples.
Yeah, couples lah, families kat sana dengan raincoat lain, and then some of
Yeah.
them they still stay on kat sana.
Yeah.
Singapore spirit very strong.
Kau pula during National Day kau buat apa?
Kat rumah
Makan
aku
papadum.
makan papadum, tengok YouTube sajalah.
YouTube live stream lah.
Yeah, but I got one thing I wanna confess.
Apa dia?
Apa dia?
Korang ingat tak yang time kita buat National Day punya songs tu? You know how I was shitting on this year's National Day song?
Yeah.
You fell in love with the song.
Yeah, I fell in love. I fell in love with it
Tak kenal maka tak cinta ni.
when Benjamin King sing it live.
Yeah,
Wah, dia punya
nice
the
feels.
feeling
The
lain
feels.
Asia. Habis lepas tu yang diorang ada buat macam this compilation of the I saw on TikTok where Benjamin was saying that it's no longer his song,
It's everybody.
it's everybody's song. Habis lepas tu dia buat macam compilation of different groups like singing to the song.
Oh,
Wow,
that's
so
nice.
fucking sweet.
Asal kau tak ada kat dalam?
Pasal aku hated the song. But Benjamin, I love it now.
Kat Anam.
For me, it was very very special. Pasal yang parade commander tu is actually my husband, my cousin. So they grew up together, very very close cousins. So my kids were like, they want to see their uncle. Jadi kita semua tunggu depan TV bila dia timbul. Kita like, yes ah, celebrate kat rumah.
That's nice.
Yes,
Semua macam macam kenal kan. Then it's such a prestigious job that he's doing kan.
That means your family member banyak dalam
Banyak
uniform
government
ke?
servant. Yeah, correct. Banyak government servant. Yeah.
Jadi guys jangan main-main dengan Kak Ana.
Tapi kan one thing about the National Day, okay, I honestly tak tengok the parade, but just one thing that I always look for every National Day or like the rehearsal is baju Joaquin Gomez.
Oh yeah. People
Macam
make a meme out of
samakan
it.
dengan like
Something.
Coca-Cola lah,
Yeah, correct.
Ulong
Red Bull.
Gila apalah.
Yeah.
Ada yang pernah kena
100
Sprite.
plus.
Oh, yeah,
100 plus, 100
100
plus. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
It's
Dia
interesting
memang
though.
mengamuk.
But he learned to live with it. He like, okay, this year I'm oolong tea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
TikTok
make
about
fun
it.
of it. Yeah.
Correct. He own it lah kira kan.
But
That's
nice lah. Honestly, aku cannot see anyone else hosting National Day
Yeah.
other than Joakim now.
True.
Right.
Dah jadi macam permanent fixture
Yeah,
gitu.
and I don't care who the other co-host are, but dia nak kena
The
fix
main
already.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Apart from National Day itself, I think another thing that a lot of people, I would say a lot of adults actually look forward to is the punya National Day Rally. That is always being shared by the PM,
Yeah.
Prime Minister. And
His
this
first
year,
one.
and this year is very very special because it's by our new Prime Minister, which is Mr. Lawrence Wong. And I don't know, the feels. Do you guys watch it honest?
Aku only watch the parental leave punya part.
Parental leave.
Yeah, then the rest.
Yang important part lah.
Yeah, the rest macam. Tapi aku got a bit triggered by the GEP lah. The General Education
Kita
Program.
simpan dulu.
Okay.
That's so kau tengok lah cik the whole thing. Tak.
Aku dengar kat radio. So at that point of time aku tengah hantar mak bapak aku balik. Jadi kat radio tengah play kan. So
Okay.
Oh, okay.
For you guys.
For me, I just saw on TikTok. I didn't watch the full thing. Yeah. So again, the parental part was the one yang I was looking forward, and also the GP part lah.
yeah.
Itu yang relatable at the
Correct,
moment,
correct.
right? Yeah.
For me, aku tak tengok tapi aku baca. Like macam the summary lah. Like you know, the next day they always have like
Yeah,
the summary.
summary.
So I see like, okay, macam, okay, doesn't matter.
Sanggup korang. Aku honestly aku pun tak tengok. I mean I couldn't be bothered lah. It's like how long 2 hours long?
Yeah.
Yeah, like who I don't have the time for it, but I always look forward to the snippets ataupun the key pointers or key moments, especially on TikTok. And then macam korang tahu dekat Facebook punya
Yeah.
pages, and then they have those infographics punya ni kan, the summary of that thing. So that's where then you have to start reading lah pasal podcaster kan. Nak kena start berbual pasal ni benda kan.
Tapi kan, one thing that I really salute our new PM is, okay, previous National Day Rally, there's always meme macam bila PM Lee ambil the magic cup.
Oh yeah.
And then tukar language. This year there was no such thing as magic cup, but PM Lawrence Wong spoke in Malay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so aku macam not bad. He tries to live up to the previous Prime Minister.
But do you see that people were waiting for the magic cup?
Yeah.
When
rindu
he
agaknya.
put his cup up and it was a clear glass and then everyone's face was like, no.
And he said what? And he said, I don't have the magic cup.
Another one yang selalu people look forward for our previous PM is dia pakai baju colour apa. If it's red, this expression. Kalau pink, that
is
means
it?
Certain chat groups kan, orang macam put a bet tau. Okay, this dia pakai colour apa. Kalau dia pakai pink, things are gonna be
Like
rosy.
good news ke bad news? Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's some trending thing lah. Dulu main PM lah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why didn't know about this?
I didn't know about this. I thought
I
it's
think
Chinese New Year speech.
my generation like excited to see those
I don't
things.
know, but here's the thing. I don't know why, but kalau korang actually look back at macam the whole video kan,
Yeah.
dia bukan macam National Day Rally punya speech tau.
Correct.
You know, it seems like kau tahu macam kau tengok iOS update baru, then
Apple
pasal the Apple punya person akan go on stage and then share.
Yeah,
It
updated.
was that kind of vibe kalau kau tengok betul-betul.
Yeah.
I don't know whether
That's why the term is coined on TikTok. Kalau you scroll a few, right, some of the influencers starts calling him the millennial PM. Because he gives off that vibe that he's like macam kita, the millennium, the next upcoming generation. Macam boomer dah habis tau.
Okay,
Diorang
okay.
kira dah habis dengan our old PM. So with this new PM, his target is actually people that is of my age. So he's trying to be relatable, and I think he achieved that.
Yes,
We felt
correct.
it, right?
No, but here's the thing. Even before he became a PM and do this speech, like even when he was giving speech as the DPM, it's always that same kind of vibe.
Yes, the vibe.
Ni macam at first you don't like him macam apa sih dia ni, but then after a while you get
It warms up.
he warms up and then you
Yeah.
just love him lah. Okay, so guys, let's dive into it so that a few apa ni 8 highlights lah. Okay, so this is from the Straits Time. This here are 8 highlights from his speech. So the first one is shared parental leave. Ni aku rasa Syafiq kau boleh relate lah.
Korang semua can relate. I think.
Oh yeah, actually. No, except me.
Where?
Aku nak leave dari siapa? Aku
Dari
tak
aku.
bekerja.
Betul ke?
Oh yeah, actually Damn son, you just had to do this when I'm self-employed now, right? Okay, so just for those yang tak dengar ataupun tak baca news, let us read it to you. So parents will get additional 10 weeks of shared parental leave to be shared by both spouses. This will replace the current arrangement where husband can share up to 4 weeks of their wife's 16 weeks of maternity leave. So the new initiative will start with the 6 weeks for babies born from April 1st, 2025 and then be increased to the full 10 weeks a year later. So then these 10 weeks will be paid for by the government and is on top of the current 4 weeks leave. On top of the current 4 weeks leave.
That means more leaves ah.
That means a total of 16 weeks lah.
Yeah, correct. So,
baik ber.
4 bulan lah.
total up together with maternity and paternity, total is 7.5 months.
Yeah, 7.5
7.5
months.
Yeah.
30 weeks in total. Of paid parental leave. Best, yeah.
So quoted by the PM himself, dia cakap the reason why he's doing this is so that he understands that for bapa, for fathers kan, they feel that it's terlalu short of a time.
Correct.
Yeah, so if you guys do not know, even fathers have this
Paternity
thing
leave.
called
Father leave.
no, something depression
Postnatal.
postnatal depression.
Is it?
It does exist.
It does
It does exist. It's just that kita lelaki, kita ego.
Betul.
Takkan kita nak bilang-bilang orang kan.
Yeah.
But pasal the mother spend time more with the baby, but then the stress is coming from there lah. Macam dorang, am I fit to be a mother? Tapi for fathers, let's say especially for daughters, and orang kan so assume that daughters are more closer to the father, right? So for us macam we want to have that bond. We don't have to, because once we start working, ada orang workaholic. So when they fall back to that work timeline, so they are afraid that they won't have much time with the daughters lah. So that's why he's doing this.
Okay, actually aku ada confession sikit lah.
Alamak.
Aku ada confession. You know, bila Shu ngandungkan Sofia, and then that was bila time aku dengan Shu, kira that time aku was very slim what. So everything started to go haywire bila part mengandungkan Sofia, especially bila Sofia dah keluar. So And then aku punya weight gain double, like more than double lah actually. So aku just nak bilang orang, dia bukan pasal aku, it was just aku going through that depression.
Semua concentrate. Aku nak rimbat kau Zazi.
Dia legit sih. Cerita about dia punya true self.
Aku please
Betul
Afiq
sikit,
pula.
Aku just komen lah. Dia
Jadi-
macam cerita
jadi
aku nak minta rukuk tau. Sama.
Jadi kepada bapak-bapak dekat luar sana, kalau korang
Nasib
dah
baik ada duduk sini dia.
bini korang dah ada ni kan, dah give birth, orang tengok, kau macam lagi gemuk, depression ada.
Actually my husband also start putting on weight every time pregnant. Dia naik badan.
See, he's on the same boat as me.
He's in the same boat.
So kau blame me on postnatal depression.
I mean, now we have something to blame it on, right?
No, but the postnatal depression is very subtle. You know, macam sometimes you
No,
don't
some
notice
men
it.
is very obvious. Pasal diorang tengok bini diorang give birth kan, diorang trauma.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
So they need to recover from that also. Diorang nak pegang isteri diorang pun diorang macam like, are you okay?
I do have friends that, okay. So dia, I don't know, I'm not gonna name names lah, so I can
Okay.
share the story.
Okay.
So I have friends yang bila bini dia give birth,
Yeah.
dia gatal nak pergi tengok.
Okay.
Okay, dia macam nak cuy lah.
Cuy
Korang
lah.
that support system lah. After that day, until now, and they have been married for like 8 years I think.
Okay.
He never touched the pussy anymore.
Tak legit touch.
No lah, like
Tak boleh together dah.
cannot
Masa tu
together
bos.
anymore.
Cannot
Pasal
together.
dia punya, aku tak tahu,
Trauma.
is it trauma dia.
Uish.
Pasal bini kau give birth kau tengok?
Tak, pasal
Kepala
C-sec.
anak kau keluar. Oh tak, C-sec.
Ah.
So dia nampak like the whole thing stretch, and then kepala anak dia keluar.
Habis
So
kalau
from
kau?
there dia phobia. Aku tengok twice.
Oh, you were okay lah.
Aku macam
Yeah, my hubby also all
the
five
first
was
one aku was macam a bit scared. So aku
Yeah.
macam, tapi aku tengok macam, okay Heidi, you got to be brave, But then aku okay. The second one aku dah
Dah biasa.
I know what I'm
Yeah.
expecting it. So aku excited. Ya, rambut. Dah dapat rambut. Bini aku dah ya, rambut.
But I think for fathers also, I don't know, but this is my opinion. Bila when their wife goes through postnatal depression, they have to handle the wife and the kids.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
the stress for the father is like macam times 2.
Correct. So
Yes.
that's why aku gain weight lah.
Macam macam aku went through it first. Aku went through it. Initially aku was in denial.
Is it?
But then aku
Sorry bro, how many kids you have?
I have one.
Okay.
But it was tough the first month. Pasal bila anak aku keluar, it was initially okay. Then 2 weeks later, she had RSV.
Oh.
Yeah, so RSV is
Respiratory.
respiratory something virus. So it's actually a common virus among infants.
Oh.
But the symptoms it cannot be treated. It can be treated, but dia tak ada infant apa. So tak ada
Ubat tak ada?
Tak ada ubat.
She gotta do it.
So kau imagine dah bini aku berpantang. Kan? So the initial problem is nak berpantang kat rumah siapa, kat mana. That was the only problem. So we decided 2 weeks kat rumah sini, 2 weeks kat rumah sendiri lah. So the first week je dia dah kena RSV. And she was like 14 days old.
Wah.
Ya, dia
stress.
kena RSV. And then initially dia berpantang. So aku cakap dengan dia, kau stay dengan anakku lah.
Yeah.
Dekat hospital.
okay.
But then dia cakap it's gonna be hard for her lah. So aku took over. And ni to be honest, ni aku tak segan nak cakap lah. The first few days aku ke hospital, 4 days. Aku don't know how to handle. Aku first time parents.
Yeah.
So aku didn't know how to handle. Aku broke down malam-malam kat hospital, to the point where aku have to call the nurse to help me out, that kind of thing. Then the next day, bini aku datang, tengah berpantang tau. Bini aku datang. And then aku balik dulu, aku mandi. Terus aku bila mandi aku duduk, aku like what the hell aku doing sia.
Yeah.
Dan bila aku balik hospital, aku took over balik. Bila bini aku balik, aku broke down again. And this is what happened. Aku cakap aku dah tak boleh take it. So aku called my wife and aku cakap I don't think I can do this anymore. Aku dah rabak lah. And on top of that, bini aku tengah pantang sekali kena shingles.
Oh shit.
Wah.
Yeah, so
Jatuh di tempat tangga
aku
sih.
cannot contact dengan bini aku.
Yeah.
And aku was like having to watch my daughter. Kau tahu to treat RSV dia kena makan macam Ventolin tau. Right. So dia kena letak macam this fish tank kind of thing, kotak dekat. Then kau imagine kau nak kena tengok anak kau for the good 5 minutes. Habis dia nangis, kau tak boleh buat apa-apa. So kau imagine like 10 days aku straight kat situ. Every day aku nak kena tengok benda tu. And aku deprived of sleep. Like walaupun aku tak menyusukan badan, aku kena bangun 3 to 4 am pasal dia nangis. And aku afraid of people judging aku. Kau dia ni tak tahu jaga anak. Anak dia nangis-nangis. Ada kind of sense kan. So aku call bini aku, cakap aku cannot do it lah. So aku terpaksa tipu sunat. So aku cakap dengan nurse, aku cakap, can you take care of my daughter for one night? And then bila aku cakap dengan nurse tu, aku dah nangis lah. Aku don't care about you. You telling me that I'm weak or what. So aku balik, aku terus tidur tu. Aku tak ada acknowledge bini aku ke apa. Balik aku tidur, bangun aku broke down. And then bini aku cakap, never mind, dia take over. So aku macam, sialah dia ni berpantang, kena duduk sana. And then aku was depressed for good 2 days lah kat rumah, tak tahu nak buat apa. So aku just nak tell that postnatal depression do happen to guys. And if just acknowledge it lah. Kalau korang ego, problem lah.
Correct.
Legit problem.
Aku punya wasn't like on the spot. Mine was yang time Sofia dengan aku kena COVID. Oh my god, I wanted to cry man that night. Aku cakap kau, aku sampai so stress. Aku don't know why, but aku literally told the nurse this. You better take her before I slap her in the fucking face. Dengan anak aku tau. Aku that stress bro. Dia kasih susu tak nak. Habis Sofia tetek kan dulu. So bila the first night tu kasih botol, dia mati-mati tak nak. Aku cakap kau, aku punya stress ya Allah.
Aku macam kan diorang nangis. Dah lah tak tahu nak buat apa.
Kasih susu
tak nak.
Marah Bapa komplain.
Habis bila dah kasih, masih nangis. Habis kasih tidur, tak nak tidur. So macam,
habis check pamper bersih.
Yang worst part bila mak kau terus diam. Geram.
So teruk juga
But you think this extra parental leave helps with this kind of situation?
It can help lah. It can help. Pasal dulu kita 2 minggu je. Time aku bila anak aku lahir was 2 weeks.
And the 2 weeks fly very fast. You know, especially when I don't know about how other couples do it, but bila time aku and then usually baby most of the time kena jaundice. Jadi that first few days kau nak kena hari-hari pergi patah balik poliklinik tu. Some couples do it together. Macam aku pula, aku make it very strict that bini aku tak boleh pergi. Because Daida tak boleh keluar. Daida pantang dia. So aku yang bawa apa gini semua. So by the time all that shit is done kan, kau only have like 1-2 days left already. Itu kalau anak kau kena jaundice, kira tak kena jaundice, kau masih ada longer time to relax sikit lah. Kalau tak, like most of the 2 weeks tu kau patah balik
correct.
Tu yang rabak dia.
There's another reason why I feel that this thing will help. Pasal sekarang punya generation, dorang pantang, bukan mak dorang jaga.
Correct.
Now punya generation of mak-mak, korang pantang lah sendiri. Ataupun dorang kerja, dorang tak boleh jaga. Now the generation of mum is different. Bukan mak kita punya mak punya era tau. It's our mum punya era, which is you guys, the Gen Zs now getting married and all that. Mak dorang kerja apa? So macam mana nak jaga? So husband and wife together lah, come together. So that 10 weeks will come in very
handy,
helpful. Pasal nak jaga bini pantang, cannot help on the mum anymore. Okay.
So out of 10, is this very helpful? 10. Very good.
Aku rasa until 2026 it will be helpful. Pasal dorang in stages.
But do you think it will boost?
Yeah, it will boost lah. Aku rasa dorang pun nak encourage younger couples to
have more baby.
Kids lah.
But here's the thing, your colleagues won't like you lah. Just a heads up, your colleagues won't like you. Yes, you're on paid leave, but the one that has to thank your shit is your colleagues lah. So good luck. Okay, so the second one kat sini macam panjang ni kita berbual. Second one, the new scheme to provide up to $6,000 to job seekers. So a new skills future job seeker support scheme will give temporary financial support to those who have lost their job. So these workers will get up to $6,000 over up to 6 months while they go for training, career coaching and job matching. A new training allowance under the Skills Future Level Up program will also take effect in 2025, announced at Budget 2024. Every Singaporean aged 40 and above will get an allowance of up to $3,000 a month when they go for full-time training. the cap is 24 months allowance amounting to 72,000. So separately, the $4,000 in the Skills Future credit announced earlier has been topped up in the account of Singaporeans aged 40 and above and is ready to use. So ini I think when people hear out of job, lepas tu dapat $6,000, semua dah happy tau sebenarnya. But it's not for everyone. It's only for those 40 and above yang kena kira laid off from work lah. And dia bukan call laid off from work terus kau dapat. You need to join this Skills Future punya level up punya training lah. Then you will get. So honestly, do you feel like it's I don't know whether to find this like
to me, it made
a
me
good
scared.
thing or a scary thing.
I was scared. I straight away asked my husband, I was like, ni apa sih? Are they like preparing to let off a good amount of people? So they are preparing this money like, okay, all those over 40s yang mana yang macam tak kena dengan relevance and all that, like AI taking over whatever jobs they're having. I'm an overthinker. So I duduk dengan my husband, I was like, does this like, are we looking at like thousands of layoff? It's scary in that sense. I don't think that it's in a positive way for me lah. I rasa.
Correct.
For me pula, I see it in a bad way also, because now I'm questioning myself. Are we supposed to work all the way and still go for all these trainings
courses.
once we after 40? Macam bro, isn't like 40 plus going to okay like almost like 50, like for you only have like what 10-15 years until you get your CPF. Like that should be the time where you already preparing to retire, and here you are like needing to learn again so that you can work again. Like until when?
So
when
that
are we
means the
supposed to
40s now, they have to think like they're in their 30s though. Everything is being brought forward for like 10 years, kan? Scary.
Okay, tapi thinking about it, agak-agak korang here in Singapore, kita nak kena kerja sampai bila?
They keep on pushing the retirement age, what? It started at 60, 63, 65, 67 and apa? Sekarang kita meter apa? 80?
Okay, but before that, right, I honestly feel that this thing is positive.
Okay.
Because if you realise macam in kerja, I wouldn't say all tempat kerja, but some tempat kerja yang dah season or dah tua kat kerja, then dia macam, no, pakcik dulu buat macam gini,
besar kepala.
the long way, the besar kepala. And then with now technology is rising, like Kak Nan cakap, AI, everything, TikTok or whatsoever. All this, the older generation, diorang masih terkial-kial.
Correct.
And nanti bila diorang terkial-kial, and then something or somebody else, the younger one, that can retake over diorang punya job with a cheaper price, because the longer you stay in a company, the more the company has to pay. But kalau fresh grad that knows more things, technically gaji lesser on manpower. So this punya apa ni system work skill is to get them on their feet lah. Macam okay, aku need to improve myself, I need to
tak boleh
on the ball.
complacent lah.
Correct.
Atau remember our topic about the school yang kita nak dorang macam diversify, right? Many of us actually ada midlife crisis. Kita dah kerja macam police force, tiba-tiba dah 40 gitu, alamak boring I want to start something else. Tapi you tak ada the qualifications. So this is where you go, okay, aku nak jadi chef pula, police jadi chef ke, ataupun chef nak jadi something else ke. I think this is where they can tap on lah for those yang midlife career crisis.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. So the next one, okay, out of, let's give the rating out of 10. How helpful do you think that is?
6.
Same 6.
Aku
Semua tak nak kerja sampai tua.
No, I mean if aku rasa aku in between. The bad thing is kau nak kena be retrenched dulu baru kau dapat this money.
Ya, betul.
Why not
kata
kau
duduk baru.
Tapi first aku agree that we need to compete with all the Gen Zs. Okay, pasal millennial boomer pay time dah habis. Sekarang kita dah Gen Z dengan Alpha dah kat belakang. So it's their time now. So kalau misal kata diorang have the qualification versus ini setakat skill future create punya certificate, definitely the companies will look upon the certificate. Why not korang sambil-sambil upgrade? Tak payah retrench lah kan.
Okay Vic, sekarang kau medik.
Okay.
Kau agak-agak kau dalam
kalau kau
umur kau
aku,
40 kau nak switch jadi apa?
Aku
Podcaster.
tak banyak orang tak tahu ni, tapi aku tengah ambil aku tengah ambil real estate agent punya course. Tapi aku fail sekali.
Real estate agent.
Try again.
Siapa mentor kau?
Mentor aku Adi mesti jadi. Tapi kali ni dia aja tak jadi.
Adi mesti kira AceRealtors punya bos.
Ya, betul.
Oh serius?
So
InsyaAllah November lah,
mesti
November.
jadi.
Okay, insyaAllah.
Kasi jadi lah,
Ini
kasi
make
jadi.
sure jadi. Okay,
InsyaAllah.
so the next one yang kita akan berbual, this one is gifted education program to be revamped, which is the GEP yang tadi kau mention earlier.
Yes.
Kau terlepas satu ni.
Itu tak
Itulah.
boleh. Itu nanti.
Itu nanti.
Keep the best for the
Jadi
last.
the
Alright.
GEP ni is ni Kak Ana punya, Kak Ana ni forte lah.
Yeah.
So the GEP which started in 1984. 1984 ke?
Yalah.
Ya, dah lama.
Will
This
be
gifted.
discontinued in its current form. So instead of being offered in only 9 primary schools, all primary schools will be equipped to identify their own high ability learners and stretch them into the areas of strength and interest. Beyond the school-based program, students who can benefit from even further stretching in particular subjects will be brought together regionally for after-school enrichment modules in a nearby school. Okay, for those yang still tak faham this bahasa cim-cim, Kak Ana sila explain.
Okay, GEP kan, whenever your kids hit primary 3, dorang akan kasih like a form for you to fill out whether you agree to let your kid be screened.
Okay.
To see whether dia gifted ke tak.
Gifted as in
Gifted.
Pandai.
Oh, pandai. Oh,
Macam
I thought
Professor
like
X lah kira.
Okay. To check dorang punya knowledge. Nanti I tanya lah, I send my kids, I tanya, nak pergi ke tak? I don't force. Kalau korang nak try, korang try. Kalau tak nak try pun tak payah. For me, I'm that kind of parenting.
Okay.
So dorang kata, dah just dapat cabut kelas kejap, so dorang nak try. So I say, okay fine, go for it. So the main question macam yang pelik-pelik punya figures, like what come next.
okay,
That's
okay.
exams, right? It's
Sorry?
an exam paper, right? I remember I taking it. It was an exam.
For them, it was online.
Oh.
Mungkin dah upgrade lah.
Sebab ni dah macam Ami punya yang
Ya.
Test
Police,
kasih
police
MPB
also,
tu.
yes. Police also do the
aku
same.
don't even know how I went through that test.
Bila keluar sakit kepala kan?
saya dah cak-cak kutis ya all the way.
So diorang dah go for that test, and then if they are truly gifted, they will be taken out from that school, pergi to the different schools yang gifted kids lah.
Oh,
So
okay.
with this change, diorang tak payah keluar daripada sekolah tu, the program comes to them.
Yeah.
You get
okay,
it? So
okay.
I find in a way this is good. Jadi budak-budak gifted ni, they are still being mixed with the normal
Correct.
mainstream kids. Diorang tak macam masuk kat, oh kita semua yang gifted, kita semua yang, you know.
okay.
Yeah, tu je dia for this.
Oh, it's just there.
Yes.
Okay, so when you say the gifted kids will have
Yeah.
to go to somewhere.
gifted, they are gifted.
Yeah, so somewhere else. Is apa? Kira they are learning the same subjects at a
Higher level.
Okay.
Yeah. Then they have more things macam coding ke, more high-end enrichments for them.
Ah.
Yeah, to make them, pasal dorang belajar the current mainstream ya, pada dorang mendak boring.
Yeah.
So they will disrupt the lesson tau.
Okay.
Yeah, I've met such kids lah. Dorang akan disrupt, but actually dorang highly intelligent. Dorang macam ni benda remeh
It's
lah.
boring to them.
Yeah, it's boring. It's not challenging for me.
But tadi Syafiq cakap you are against it.
Yeah, you're triggered. So
Yeah, why?
Triggered,
Why?
sorry, that's the word. Kenapa?
I mean, pada aku, just scrap this shit lah saya.
Why?
I mean macam aku feel that the more kau rasa kau educated or gifted
yeah.
kan, the more higher you think you are. Kau faham
Look
tak?
down on other people.
Correct. I aku tak.
Gua budak GEP sial.
I'm not against this type of people lah. Macam okay, kau gifted, alhamdulillah lah, Allah bagi kau.
But just don't look
Yeah,
down.
but don't macam if you keep on doing this, nanti budak-budak yang ni macam kau tahu lah, orang ada yang what if they think they are gifted, sekali diorang make ni test diorang fail. They don't
demoralize.
Yeah.
Then what will the kau tahu lah, some parents be it Malay, Chinese or Indian, diorang very competitive over grading. 92% no, not enough, I want 95 at least. What will these kids feel, betul tak? So aku a bit triggered about initially yang diorang plan to scrap normal test, tu aku all for it.
Yeah.
Better to do it that way lah.
But then got this extra.
Dan sekarang alamaknya aku macam, so kalau let's say anak aku cakap you pandai lah, try ambil. Sekali dia fail, dia balik, dia melalak, dia demoralize. Kau tahu Gen
but it's
Alpha.
not compulsory what. If you know your kid punya level is tak boleh, then don't get her to do.
But nowadays
sometimes
kids
the
like
kids yang
I want. Then takkan nak tak kasih kan.
Kena manage dorang punya expectations.
Yeah, that's the problem lagi.
Terus kalau kita scrap, then budak-budak gifted ni macam mana?
No, I mean to me, if Gen Z to us are weak in like
Emotional.
you call emotion damage, apa lagi Gen Alpha kan. So we need to nurture them properly lah.
Yes, itu
Tapi
parenting
kan,
done right.
I feel like this GEP can still stay, cuma don't put it in all schools. Because right now they say it's going to be all primary schools.
Yeah.
Then like macam can see the segregation, right? So now the segregation starts from primary school rather than secondary school. And then like macam Syafiq cakap nanti those yang pergi for GP dah macam kau bodoh apa?
Lagi budak-budak ni mana lah tahu
Correct.
jaga hati perasaan orang kan.
Correct.
Okay, sabar. One thing I don't understand. Pasal the screening is done in P3.
P3, yes.
But then they say that currently the selected pupils are posted to 9 primary schools that offer the program.
Yep.
So that means when they are P3, let's say diorang pass this GP thing, they will go to another school.
Yes, they come out.
Oh.
Dorang kirakan specific schools that offer this lah. But
Yes.
then now they want to do it to all schools.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean it's more convenient because tak payah nak shift
Correct,
sekolah.
correct,
That's
correct.
one thing definitely. But the second thing yang kita fikir, confirm korang as parents like you say, budak-budak mana tahu jaga hati perasaan orang lain. Then they be like, kau bodoh apa? Kau fail ni test. Kau tak ambil.
But actually kalau korang fikir balik, dia sama je. Primary school dulu kita ada EM1, EM2,
Yes,
EM3.
I was about to say, are they bringing the express normal tech
To-
to primary
yeah.
school level?
Yeah.
Is that what they're going to do?
Tapi EM1, EM2, EM3 is in primary school, right?
No, it's
Sekarang is foundation
No,
or
it's in
standard?
primary 5 tak salah kan?
Yes.
Yeah, it's in primary 5.
primary
Dia
6.
ada EM1, EM2, EM3.
Yes.
So it's basically just
aku
bringing it
punya-
up 2 years faster lah. Now in
Sekarang
primary 3
is
lah.
standard or foundation? So I think they're going to bring this implement
Oh
kat
yeah,
sana.
that was my era.
Standard and
or
foundation. Sekarang
Tak ada
Maman
yang
pun
one, yang
standard
two.
foundation.
Yeah lah,
It's
I
still like
think at the end of the day they can just change the words here and there, but
Still
the
the
whole
same.
shit is still the same lah.
Dia itu yang the first time bila aku dengar ni sama je apa.
Yeah.
Sama je pun.
Sama je apa.
Okay. On a rating of 1 to 10, how useful is this thing?
5.
Aku give it a 4 ya.
I would say 5 lah, 5 lah.
I give it an
I'm on
eight.
this. I'm on the.
I'm all for education, so I'm 8.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Alright guys. Tapi we have shared 3. So the next one is actually something yang quite relatable to most of us. Pasal we all need to buy a house. So it's the housing enhancements for couples singles at age. Tapi yang ini kita semua bukan real estate agent. Yang satu fail dia PRES. Jadi tak guna kita nak berbual. Yang penting kita tanya teman-teman kita daripada Ace Realtors biar the experts give you the right. Dengar Syafiq. Jadi
Boleh.
kau pass next one.
Belajar.
Yes.
Jumpa korang sebentar saja nanti.
You are now listening to Sembang Panas Podcast.
Alright guys, so kita kembali bersama dengan teman-teman kita daripada AceRealtorsSg dan hari ni kita bersama dengan Ejen Syuandi dan juga Ejen Humaira.
Hello.
Apa khabar? Happy National Day. Happy National Day. How's korang punya National Day? Was it good? Where did you guys go?
Work
On the night yourself kerja.
kerja lah.
Ada viewing also.
That's when people at home.
Oh, nampak tak?
So orang betul tak kerja, kita kerja lah.
Kira
nampak
korang pun
dia
ada satu
berjiwa
contingent lah kira yang kerja hari tu.
Betul.
Okay
for
guys.
your service.
Kau sweet dia. Okay, by the way, since kita dekat topik pasal National Day punya rally ni, some of the measures ataupun the things that are being implemented actually ada kena-mengena ataupun ada effect dengan property punya side. So who is a better person untuk tanya daripada the experts themselves? Boleh tak share dengan kita?
Correct, boleh. So government introduce these new cooling measures, right? So you want to know how does it really affect you and the property market lah, right? So during the National Day rally, so our new Prime Minister really talk about a few things lah. So along the way, they talk about the school, parental, and he also touch about property where is about being affordability lah.
Okay.
Right? So then after where the day after, so when he talk about it, the tak cakap when exactly the cooling measures come out.
Oh, okay.
So a day later, like close to midnight, then it was implemented already.
Oh,
So
on the spot.
implemented effective immediately 20th August.
Oh.
12 PM. Why they do this is so that orang tak boleh macam time the market lah. So orang macam buat dulu lah sebelum it takes effect. So they effect immediately everything else, then kita kena adjust lah sendiri.
Okay.
So how was it? Was it madness tak bila korang had to tweak like certain things?
Every time
Calculations
measure,
and all
WhatsApp chat semua aktif lah pasal we need to know okay is our clients affected or
Yeah.
how can we help our clients to go through this process smoothly. So panic juga tapi this is not the first time cooling measures, so we already know how it will go up. We already know, okay, these are clients that will be affected, then we will pay more attention to whatever their case is.
So this cooling measure, this one to say is the fourth round since 2021.
Okay.
So after since COVID, and so when price is going up, so they implement these cooling measures lah.
Yes.
But do not every time they do this cooling measure, it's actually for a positive outcome.
Yes.
Because they are reacting to what is happening in the market lah.
Okay.
So where the market they can see that now is actually going very high.
Yeah.
So they introduce these little cooling measures, these policies to help to curb the pricing, and so that the buyer will be more prudent in terms of trying to buy.
Purchase.
Okay.
Then take the balance back.
Then the sellers yang korang ada mengamuk tak?
Tak, as in everybody will just be concerned about what's happening.
To them.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So
the
pasal ada cooling measure, right?
and everything.
Yeah.
But of course, once we really understand this one, then we explain to them. So most of them are actually not really affected.
Yeah.
So let me
Okay.
tell you what exactly the first one. So there's two key ones
Okay.
that they introduced. So the first one is actually about loan to value limit.
Loan to value limit.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is basically for HDB loan lah.
Okay.
Okay. So dulu before this, the loan to value limit was 80%. Now it shifted to 75%.
Okay.
Okay. So what does this 5% difference? So meaning, for example, let's say you beli rumah 500,000.
Okay.
So previously at 80%, you can borrow, use the bank loan. Use
HDB loan.
the HDB loan, 400,000.
Okay.
Right now it's 375,000.
Ah.
So that way, meaning the extra 25,000 tu must be make up from your cash, CPF atau your grant.
Okay.
So meaning you have to come up more grant, more CPF in order for you to work out
Top
this.
up more on your side lah.
Yeah, top up more on your side lah. So
Yeah.
so this is where they implement. So being this, right? So they are pushing buyers to really meet and buy within your means.
Okay.
Yeah. So at least dia tak macam we really push your
Buy
limit
unnecessary.
unnecessary.
Then you're buying.
Tapi surprising juga sih bila kita tadi mention from 80 to 75.
Yeah.
Dengar dia the difference 5%. Macam aku macam
Sikit
okay lah 5%. Then when Shondi actually mention about figures.
25,000.
It's freaking big, man.
Yeah.
Because it's large figure. Cuba kalau macam $10, 5% is just like what? 5. Math aku nak functioning.
They get it.
Actually. Tapi I mean the higher the flat punya harga, then the higher that 5% is lah. Okay.
So I think we give a little bit more context. So macam generally a young couple, maybe 25, 30 years old, maybe their CPF available in their OA, and maybe it's about 40 to 80k. So this is the amount of money that will meet the 25% down payment for their for their purchase.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Because why it made? Because they as a first timer, they also have grants.
yes.
So the grants will actually help them
cover
to be part of that 25% that you are shorted of.
They can tap on that lah
Yes,
to
correct.
cover for
That is part
the
of the 25%.
Okay.
So-
ada help sikit lah.
Tapi cakap pasal grant, I also heard the enhanced CPF housing grant went up to 120k for families and 60k for singles. How does it affect the market in this way?
Okay, so to touch on that, that will be the second key point that they actually introduced.
Okay.
So this one is for the enhanced housing grant. So it's to help the lower and the middle income actually. To introduce more grants to you lah. So the grant that you get, for example, the first timer grant and proximity grant is still the same.
Okay.
So the one that you mentioned is the enhanced grant
Based on
where based on your income.
Yeah.
So for a couple, the income ceiling to get the enhanced grant is 9,000. The single is 4,500.
So single, if you can't remember, it's always half of what
the family.
the couple dapat. So kadang a lot of numbers to remember.
Yeah.
So whatever numbers you see for couple, the single one will be half.
Divide by 2 ah.
Okay.
So Humaira will share,
Yeah.
like for example, let's say a couple gaji 6,000. So what's the difference between the previous and to the new one?
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, so let's say, okay,
Case
so
study ni.
kita ada graph
Yeah.
for easier for us to share with our clients. So let's say the income bracket. So every income bracket kan, dia macam dia plus berapa every range dia ada dia punya EHG that is linked to it lah.
Okay.
So let's say income bracket for this one is the Okay, for couple is if you are income combined is $2,001 to $2,500. Dulu you will be getting 70k grant.
Okay.
For EHG, sekarang you can get 105,000.
Oh.
So the difference about 35,000 plus.
That's good lah.
That's a lot
Plus 35,000. So means tengok what was your budget before, now you can get another 35,000.
Okay.
And it's not only for whoever that belum beli rumah tau. Some of our clients yang dah beli rumah belum HDB appointment, they also get email to say that these grants are also given
Applicable
to them.
lah. Oh, that's nice.
So their HFE, so I think we previously talked about applying HFE and everything
Yeah.
kan. So HFE dia automatically update to the new enhanced grant that you're eligible.
So they get bonus grant lah.
Correct. So some of the thing that why the client actually message kita kan, because they also got an email from HDB.
Yes.
So they want to know more about it lah.
So then when we ask them to check the HFE, true enough, I got one client dapat extra 15,000, another client dapat extra 5,000.
So does that mean they can shop more? Kan?
So the
Dah
budget
beli rumah?
Dah beli?
so dah beli. So yang tak belum beli,
yang belum beli.
the budget stretch a bit more already.
So they can like a bit higher lah. Okay, got it.
Okay, jadi daripada tadi kita have been sharing a lot tau. Macam a lot of things, and some of kita punya listeners might still be lost. So jadi in layman terms, is this new cooling measures a positive one ataupun a negative one in korang punya opinion?
Okay, so let me touch on how I see it lah. So I think why they introduce this right is to actually to focus more on those price range between 600 to 800,000.
Okay.
The higher quantum.
The higher level. So reason being because because of your 25%, right, will be quite a lot.
Yeah.
So they are trying to push those property pricing to be lowered down. So for example, let's say now 4-room BTO yang resale for example in Tampines, they are already asking 700 plus.
Yeah.
Comparing to the older ones costing between 5 to 600. So that's a bit more, right?
Yeah.
So they are trying to not like outburst all this lah. So when for first timer who come in tak boleh dapat BTO, going for resale, the grants help you, tapi there will be a limit because when you talk about 500 tadi was 375 kan.
Correct.
But when you buy at 800,000, you punya 5% is much more.
Banyak.
So kalau cakap lah, if your shortage of 40,000, satu bulan pun you pay OA combine maybe 2,000 plus. Berapa lama you nak simpan 40,000? So that is making the buyer to think exactly whether does this make sense for them to buy or not. So this is where I see the government will affect. We're trying to affect those pricing in that bracket range. Those 500 and below, I think not so much lah. With the grants eligible for you, yang tadi kita share kan, dapat lebih, so it won't be affecting so much on the lower price end, but it's more on the higher price end.
I think in some of kita punya previous sharing session pun kita ada mention about some couples yang degil, yang mati-mati kata dia nak itu juga yang nak. So these are the people yang mostly will be affected lah. Okay.
Correct.
Alright. So moving forward, do you rasa as agents akan lagi senang ke akan lagi susah you punya kerja lepas ni?
We shall see. Next podcast kita review
Let it go first one month then we see.
Let it see how whether it will positively affect
But normally when this kind of cooling measures can happen kan, the market dia macam so-called disrupt sekejap lah. So they want to see how the thing shift lah. But after a while it still remain
go back to
normal
normal.
lah. Correct. If you ask me, like for example, let's say rumah that is when tadi I cakap pasal high end kan. So what happens when rumah yang banyak 1 million tu? Kan saya cakap, will it affect them? If you ask me, technically no lah. Because those who are buying the 1 million end are already those are in the high profile, higher income for them.
Which the grants are not for them. Because the grants are for middle to lower income.
Correct. And also are not young couples who are trying to buy first timer and everything.
Season 1
Season 1 diorang dah beli rumah, jual rumah. Then at the same time, when the higher income, they also are not looking in terms of using HDB loan. When they use bank loan, it's already on 75%.
So tak affected.
So not really affect them so much. So at that part, they are more or less prepared in terms of how their financial breakdown in terms of using the bank loan, and memang doesn't affect them anything for this particularly cooling measures. So this one is to really to actually help the middle and the lower income
first time buyers
to up a bit, biar kasih lebihkan grant. Lepas tu dia punya rumah hopefully those in the higher end will go down, then be able to have affordability lah.
I see. Okay guys, jadi untuk kita punya pendengar-pendengar, kalau seandainya korang masih lagi confused dengan apa kita punya Prime Minister dah cakap, dia aku tahu dia dah berbual banyak sangat, and especially untuk kita-kita yang tak keep up with the news ataupun tak baca news, yang malas nak baca news, all you got to do is just drop kita punya kawan-kawan daripada AceRealtorsSg a text ataupun WhatsApp dekat diorang punya number, which is
88779923 88779923.
Yeah guys, dan jangan lupa guys, sebelum kita end kita punya session hari ni, thank you so much Agent Syuandi dan juga Agent Humaira for sharing so much. Jadi we definitely gonna expect a lot of people gonna be texting you guys soon. Pasal benda ni pun baru kan, masih fresh lagi. So jangan lupa guys, podcast kita dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh teman-teman kami daripada AceRealtorsSg untuk masyarakat, demi masyarakat.
Jangan lupa untuk follow rakan-rakan kami di TikTok dan Instagram @AceRealtorsSg.
Jadi kalau korang nak beli rumah ke, jual rumah ke, tak payah pening-pening kepala, korang boleh saja hubungi ejen-ejen yang bertalian daripada Ace Realtors di talian 88779923 88779923.
Jadi tak kisahlah korang dah season buyer ke, new buyers ke, just drop them a text kalau korang masih lagi tak faham dengan all the new measures, and there's definitely gonna be a lot of new measures coming up. So who's a better person to ask daripada the experts themselves. Kita akan jumpa korang di episod seterus Sembang Panas.
Betul, tak ada sorok-sorok, ini podcast cakap betul. Tak ada sorok-sorok, ini podcast cakap betul. Tak ada sorok-sorok, ini podcast cakap betul. Tak ada sorok-sorok. Siapa-siapa boleh go, semua kita undang. Siapa berani masuk, jangan sebatang berang. Al-Kisah bikin panas macam goreng pisang, itu sudah terang. Panggil semua geng-geng minat turun, jom masuk gelanggang. Jom masuk studio, dah berapa banyak idol, kita kasih sampai viral. Al-Kisah dapat title, ini Sembang Panas. It's not for the weak, ini Sembang Panas. Real love on the mix, boom. Sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang panas, 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 panas. Sembang panas, 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 panas.